Hello everyone. Welcome to e-learning of IT for 12th standard. This video is for 12th standard science students. We are discussing third chapter, that is advanced JavaScript. In last lecture we have seen different objects, that is document object, window object, how we can use those objects with properties and methods in a program. So today we are going to discuss about the events, JavaScript events. What is the event? See, whenever user will interact with your system, interact with your form, user can perform any operation, like he will click the button, he can press any key. So that action performed by a user is nothing but a event. So events are action done by the user, or an application that occurs on a web page is nothing but a event. In last year we have already discussed some of the events, that is keyboard events and mouse events, like on key press, on key down, on key up, on click, on mouse move, on mouse out, on mouse over. So these are the different events that user can perform. So whenever such a event will occur, certain actions are to be performed. So those functions we can write down using a JavaScript. Those are to be executed whenever certain event will happen. So similar to these mouse events and keyboard events, there are some more events used with the form objects. So let us see what are those different events. There are some input and other object events. First event is a on blur. On blur, it occurs when user leaves the field or loses the focus of an element. That is, whenever user will interact with your form, it will contain a different elements like different text boxes, radio button, check boxes. So whenever user will leave that particular field, it will loses the focus, and then this event will happen, that is on blur event. On focus occurs when an element gets focus, that is, whenever you are using that element, you are somehow entering value into that particular element. Focus is towards that element, so that event, on focus event, occurs whenever an element gets the focus. Next event is a on change event. It occurs when user changes the content of an element or selects the drop down value. That is, different elements are there like text box, password, select box, text area. We have already seen all these different controls, all these different elements. We have also used it in a form. Okay, so we know whenever we will change the content of it, this event will happen. That is on change event. Next event is the onSelect event. It occurs when user selects some text of an element. Whenever user will select some of the text from element, this event will happen. That is onSelect event. Next one is the onSubmit event. It occurs when user clicks the submit button. There are different buttons in a JavaScript like submit button, reset button. So whenever you will click on a submit button, this event will occur, that is on submit event. Whenever user will click on a reset button, which event will occur, that event is on reset event. Then on load event, it occurs when a page or image has been loaded. So whenever a page will get load, this event will this event will get occur, that is a onload event. Similarly, there is a on unload event. It occurs when a document or page has been unloaded or it has been closed. Then this event will get called. This event will occur. That is on unload event. We can use these different events in a program. For example, suppose on change event. On change event occurs whenever a content of element is changed. Suppose there is a text box, you are entering some value into it. Whenever you will enter a value, at that time content of that particular element will get changed. So by using this event, that is on change event, you can call a function to check whether the entered value is correct or not, whether that entered value is in a specified format or not. So in this way you can use these many different events in a program. So let us write down a program using events. For that, open a notepad and start writing a code. First, document type. So doc type is HTML. After that HTML tag, open the HTML tag, then close the HTML tag. Within HTML tag, let us add a head tag. So head and end of head. Within a head tag, let us add a title tag, title and end of title. Within a title tag, add here any meaningful title. Suppose to change background color. Now close the head tag and open a body tag. End of body. Within a body tag, now here we will create a form. Specify here a name of form. Suppose name is equal to form1. Form tag start and then close the form tag. Within this form tag, now let us create a button. So input type is equal to button, name is equal to suppose BT color. Specify a label for this button using attribute, that is value attribute. So specify a name as a change color. Then for this button, let us add a event, that is on mouse over event. So use here on mouse over is equal to, here we have to call any function. Suppose that function is f1. Specify the function in double quotes. Then we have created a button, so close the form tag. Then we have to write down a script. So to write down script, use a script tag. Script type is equal to text slash javascript. Text slash javascript. Within a script tag start and end, now we will write down this function f1. Suppose we want the layout in this way that whenever user will mouse over on this button, different background colors should get changed on the page. That is, different colors will colors has to be set for the background. So for that we have to write down a function. Suppose function f1. Specify a body of this function. Suppose we want a background color, so for that we will use a document object. So document dot bg color, document dot bg color is equal to specify a color name. Suppose it is red, then semicolon. So now whenever this function will get called, that is f1 function will get called, whenever this f1 will get called, whenever mouse will be over from this button, change color button, then f1 will get called and background color for this page will be set as a red. Now we want a different color as a background, so for that we have to call another function. So to call another function we will use a window object. Window dot, we have used this method set timeout in last lecture. So set timeout in bracket, here we can specify a function name to be called. Suppose it is a f2 and the number of milliseconds after which function will get executed. Suppose that is a 1500. Okay, so now we have called f2 function from here. So here we have to write down a definition for that function also. So write down here function f2. Again we have to write down a same definition here, that is document dot bg color is equal to, here specify a color name, suppose it is green. Then again we can call another function from this function, window dot set timeout, in bracket here specify a name of another function, suppose f3, and then specify a number of milliseconds, suppose 1500. Then again we have to write down a definition for f3 function. So let us copy this code and here specify a different color name, suppose it is yellow. Here specify a function name as a f3. Now in this way we can write down any number of functions to have a different colors, but here I am using only 3 colors. So now whenever yellow will be at a background, after that again we will start from red. So for that I will call f1 function from f3 function. Okay, now close the script tag, close the body tag, and close the HTML tag. And now save this program. Specify here name, suppose events.html. Save this program and go to a programs folder and open that file, events. Okay, so here is a button that is change color. So now whenever we will mouse over from this button, that event will get called. Okay, so first color is red. After this, green and yellow color background should get set for this. So see, let us see the program again. From this we have called a function that is f2, window dot set timeout f2. Here we have missed the parenthesis, so correct it, save the program, and again refresh the program. Now again mouse over from this button. See, different colors are getting displayed for background. Okay, first red, that is f1 function is called. Within f1 f2 function will get called. From f3 again f1 function will get called. So red, then green, and then yellow, then again will start from a red. So in this way we will get a different background colors by using a event that is on mouse over event. Here instead of f1 we can use a f4 and we can write down another one more function. In this way we will get a different background colors for the page. Here we have used a event that is on mouse over event, but if we want some another event, suppose we want to use a page load event, then here I will use a onload event. So onload is equal to, in double quotes specify a function name, that is suppose f1. Again save the program and refresh it, then go to a programs folder and open that file. See here, onload event has been called now. So whenever page will load, automatically functions will get start to execute. So in this way we can use these many different events in a program to have a particular code to get executed. So write down all these event handlers as well as its description and try to use these events in a program also. Thank you.